few weeks to settle in. How have you found your new role?
I'm delighted with it, I must admit. I mean, it's obviously a slightly different role than what I'm used to, but I've certainly enjoyed working with the lads, with Malky and Bob, and obviously trying to assist in any way that I can with Barry and the rest of the team.
How varied is it from what you've been used to doing so far?
Well, I've obviously been slightly more hands-on in terms of being on the training field and obviously match days downstairs in the touchline. So it's nice to get a different perspective, obviously, from the stand and try and just report back to Barry things that I see. And obviously just try and help him. So it's a slightly different role for me, but not totally alien to what I'm used to.
That's always a big thing, isn't it? Even when you're a manager, you watch it from the dugout and then you watch it in the stand and you get a completely different perspective on the game.
Yeah, you can. It's a totally different. Unfortunately, at times you obviously have to be down there to try and impact on the team, so it's understandable. But it is beneficial at times, I think, to try and get a view from somewhere else.
You obviously had to get up to speed with a little bit about Blackpool.
Sure.
Was it quite easy to spot things in the first couple of games that you've watched?
Well, I hadn't seen too many games this season. I'd seen them once or twice, but I'd seen several other championship games. So I knew roughly what the league's all about. And then obviously to come in and try and assess. I saw the game here and then obviously last week at Leicester. So it's 3 games now that I've seen. And obviously you build an opinion, and that's all really Barry's asked me to do, is give a clear opinion of what I see, and if that can be beneficial to the outcome of the games, then great.
Is Barry just someone that you knew through contacts through football?
I mean, I knew Barry when I had the under-21 team, Scotland team, about 18 years ago. He was on about 17, 18. We played in the tournament. That was the last time I think I spoke to him. So no, we haven't really kept contact. I've seen him obviously at various clubs and how you doing that, but not regularly. So, but it's nice to be involved. He's a young manager who's desperate to do well, and I've been very impressed with what he's want to do here, and you know his vision already for a young sort of manager, what he wants. So it's clear in his head, and it's been interesting working with him.
Yeah, he's always been driven, hasn't he? He knows what he wants.
Oh, he definitely does. Yeah, he's got it clear in his head. This hasn't just come overnight. You know, he's been preparing this in his head for a long time, and he's been given a wonderful opportunity here, which I know he appreciates fully. But his standards are extremely high, and I think he's got the makings of a really good manager.
In between gaps in the game, people tend to scout and do little bits and bobs. Was it an easy decision to jump straight back in and do this?
Well, I had varied the way. I was working in France sort of twice a month on a scouting stuff and some business stuff that I did over in France. So I was doing that mainly. And then when Barry called me and asked if I would come in and help, I knew Malky. I'd worked with Malky several times. And I thought it was a great opportunity to come and work and hopefully give some kind of advice like Bob and like Malky. We're really there just as a support unit, if you like, to the manager, and hopefully he makes the right decisions.
Yeah, big Scottish connection.
Aye, there's a big Scottish connection. Yeah, it's nice to come to a place where somebody can understand me after sort of 14 years down here. But no, it's fine. It's whatever it is. We're all coaches. We're all football people. Whether you're whatever nationality, it doesn't really matter. Once the ball rolls, it's what you know about the game and how you can affect it. So I'm happy to be working with him.
And given the current predicament, Barry's mentioned, how he said a few times, it's about just getting those results at the moment, isn't it, performance-wise?
Yeah, without doubt. It's trying to hang on to the performance and hang on to, obviously, to get many points before the end of the season as we can. I don't see any reason why we can't. As I say, he's very clear in what he wants. The players will fully understand what's required of them. And it's just now getting over the line, I think. It's just accumulating enough points that keeps us in the division, and hopefully I'll have an opportunity to try and change things around.